Dhanlad travels 30 kilometers by auto, 420 kilometers by train and 105 kilometers by bus to reach his native place. The journey takes 4 hours. Speed of the train is 3 times that of the bus and 250% more than the auto. Find the speed of the train. So we need to find the speed of the train. There is a question of ratios. Now let's look at the numbers first. The 3 items are autos, bus and train. Let us find out the ratio of speeds for each one of them. We are given that the speed of the train is 3 times that of the bus. So if the speed of bus is 1, speed of train should be 3. And speed of train is 250% more than auto. 250% more means it is 350% or 3.5 times. So if the speed of train is 3.5, the bus speed of auto should be 1. So to find the combined ratio, multiply the first one with 3.5 and the second one with 3. Or it becomes 10.5. So this should be, speed of bus should be 1/3 or 3.5, speed of auto should be 10.1 into 3, so 3. Okay. Now what does this mean? This means the speed of the train should be multiple of 10.5 or 105. This should be the answer. The others are not a multiple of 10.5. In fact, you could even say the speed of train should be a multiple of 3, not a multiple of 3. The others are. Okay. So remember your this basic principle that questions are created with simple numbers. Most probably 210 is the answer. If you have doubts, we will verify that. So if the speed of the train is 210, okay, this 105 means 35 and 30. So if the speed of train is 210, speed of bus will be 70 kilometers per hour and speed of auto will be 60 kilometers per hour. So let's verify if the train speed, if it is 210, is the time taken 4 hours or not? If it is, then this becomes the correct answer. Okay. So auto 30 kilometers at 60 kilometers per hour means half an hour. 420 kilometers of train at 210 kilometers per hour is 2 hours. And 70 kilometers by bus at 105 kilometers by bus at 70 kilometers per hour is 3 by 2, 35 into 2 and 35 into 3 or 1.5 hours. What is the total time taken? 2, 3.5 and 0.54. Correct answer is 210 because at 210 the time taken is coming out to be 4 hours. Okay. Now in this question, you could say that we were a little fortunate that there is only one choice which is a multiple of 105. Now let me change the equation then. Let me change the other 3 choices also. Let me take it 105, 315 and 420. Now all choices are multiple of 105. What should I do? Again, let me look at the same ratio, auto, bus and train. This was 105, this is 35 and this is 30 kilometers per hour. Okay. Since all are multiples of 105, go with 105 only. If the speed of train is 105, how much time does it take? 30 kilometers by auto at 30 kilometers per hour is 1 hour. 420 kilometers by train at 105 kilometers per hour will be 4 hours. And 35 kilometers per hour for bus for 105 kilometers 3 hours. What is the total? 4, 3, 7 and 1? 8. So if the speed of train is 105 kilometers per hour, you are going to take 8 hours. The question says 4 hours, so that means for 4 hours, the speed should be 210 kilometers per hour. So it does not really matter whether all the choices are multiple of 105 or not. End of the day, you need to work in a systematic manner using the basic principles. Let P and Q be the roots of this equation. If 2 by P minus Q and 2 upon Q minus P are the roots of this particular equation, what is the value of C? Now before I even get into this part, what is C? C is nothing but the product of roots. So what we need to find is the product of roots. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, this is a general case given. Why am I saying general case given? Because it is giving you P and Q as the roots. If we have a general case, we should take a specific case. What root should you take? Now if you look at the original equation, it tells you that the product of roots is 3. If the product of roots is 3, I'll take P and Q to be 1 and 3. Okay. So let's take the roots to be 1 and 3. Let me just erase this stuff. Okay. Yeah. So I have taken P as 1 and Q as 3. Now these are the new roots of this particular equation. So what is 2 by P minus Q and 2 by Q minus P. 2 by P minus Q will be 2 upon 1 minus 3, which is equal to minus 1, and 2 by Q is 2 by 3 minus 1, which is minus 1 by 3. What do we need to find? Value of C. As I said, C is nothing but the product of these two, product of roots. So my answer for C is going to be minus 1 into minus 1 by 3, which is equal to 1 by 3. Correct answer, choice 2. Remember, in quadratic equation, the equation will give you some hint. For example, this equation told me that the product of roots should be 3. Hence, choose P and Q such that the product comes out to be 3. Okay. A regular octagon is formed by cutting an isosceles right triangle from each corner of the square. If the side of the square is 2 units, what is the area of square? This is again a question when you could be using two different things. One, look at these numbers. The first number in all the 4 choices is different and similar is the second. So if you can find even one of them, you will get the answer. Second thing is, it's a square with an isosceles triangle. We are talking about a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. So remember the ratio of sides of 45, 45, 90 right triangle, 1 is to 1 is to root 2. So if I say this is a square, you will form an octagon like this. So if these two sides will be equal, these are isosceles triangle as per the question by cutting the isosceles right triangles. So obviously that means this is a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. Okay. So what is the ratio of sides of a 45, 45, 90 right triangle? 1 is to root 2. As per the question, the side of octagon is 2. So if this is 2, this is 2. What will this be? Root 2. So this will be also root 2. So what is the side of the square? 2 plus 2 root 2. Is the side of the square. So area should be square of this. And a square plus b square, a square plus 2 to the 4 into 2, 8 square, b square plus 2ab. 2 to the 4 into 2, 8 root 2. Which is 12 plus 8 root 2. Okay. The key thing out here for me was it's a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. Please don't waste your time. The ratio of sides is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. The return on investment for mutual fund, share market and bond markets are 10, 7% and 5% respectively. Okay. Yeah. So for mutual fund, share market and money markets are 10, 7 and 5% respectively. Bob wants to invest 48,000 and wants to invest twice as much in mutual funds. Twice as much in mutual fund as he does in money markets to maximize the returns. How much should Bob invest in the share market so that to get a return of 3,600 in 1 year? Now, what is the percentage return he is looking at? He wants 3,600 in 1 year on an investment of 48,000. So, if it is 3,600 on 48,000, okay, yeah, it is going to be 7.5%. 36 by 48 is 3 by 4. Okay. And 10% is 4,800. So this should be 7.5%. So the return that he is looking for is 7.5%. Now this question people will typically do by weighted average, which is not incorrect. But to me, the deviation method is a faster method to do this question. Let's solve it by the deviation method. We have mutual funds. Then we have the share market. And then we have the money market. Okay. The return on mutual fund is 10%. On share market is 7%, and in money markets it is 5%. Okay. Bob wants to invest twice as much money in the mutual fund as compared to the money market. So let me assume he puts 2 rupees in mutual fund and hence he'll put 1 rupee in the money market. Okay. What is the average return he's looking for? 3,600 on 48,000, which is 7.5%. Okay. So let's look at the deviation. The average is 7.5. What is the deviation for the mutual fund? 10 minus 7.5, 2.5% per rupee. So into 2 makes it 5. Similarly, 5 minus 7.5 minus 2.5 into 1 minus 2.5. And this is a deviation of 7 minus 7.5 is minus 0.5. Let me say this is X rupees in share market. So minus 0.5x is the deviation out here. Now the rule of averages says that the sum of deviation should be 0. What does that mean? 5 minus 0.5x minus 2.5 should be equal to 0, or 0.5x should be equal to 2.5, or x should be equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. What do we need to find? What is the amount of money he should invest in the share market? So if there is a total of 2 plus 5, 7 and 1, 8. If you invest a total of 8 rupees in share market, if you make a total investment of 8 rupees, 5 rupees should go in the share market. So what is it? 5/8 of the total investment should be made in the share market based on the conditions given. Hence the answer should be 30,000. 5/8 of 48,000 is going to be 30,000. 4 points P, Q, RS lie on a straight line in that order with PQ equal to RS and QR equal to 32. Point T is not on the line and TQ equal to TR equal to 20 centimeter. If perimeter of PTS is double the perimeter of TQR, what is PQ? Okay. First thing, I'll draw the figure, because till I draw the figure, I don't fully understand what I'm supposed to be doing. So we have PQRS. PR is equal to PQ, is equal to RS. That is what the question is saying. Okay. And this is QR is 32 is given to us. Okay. It says TQ equal to TR equal to 20. That means the point T is equidistant from Q and R. Okay. So this is T. And this is 20. Okay. Perimeter of triangle PTS. Perimeter of triangle PTS. Okay, so let's draw the triangle PTS also. Okay. Please assume this triangle is correct. Is double the perimeter of triangle TQR. Perimeter of triangle TQR is 20, 20, 40 and 32, 72. So perimeter of triangle PTS should be 144. Okay. Okay. What is the value of PQ? We need to find PQ. Now obviously you can look at this as a triangle. Since T is equidistant from Q and R, it should also be equidistant from P and S. So I can say this is Y and this is Y and this is X and this is X. Okay. Now let's look at the Pythagorean triplet scenario again. Okay. Now this will be 16. Okay. Because QR is 32 and T is equidistant from Q and R. So if I drop a perpendicular from top, this will also be 16 and 16 each. Okay. So again, go back to your Pythagorean triplet 3, 4, 5. 5 into 4, 20. 4 into 4, 16. If I were 16 and 20, this obviously is going to be 12. So this is 12. Okay. Now what we do we need to do? We need to apply Pythagoras theorem to get the value of X and Y. But before that, we are given that perimeter of triangle PTS is 144. What will be 144 equal to? 2y plus 32 plus 2x. So 2y plus 32 plus 2x is equal to 144. Or we can say y plus x, if I take 32 on the other side and divide by 2. So y plus x is equal to 56. One equation. What is the second equation form? We'll apply Pythagoras triplet. We'll apply the Pythagoras theorem, which means y square is equal to 16 plus x square plus 12 square. Okay. Now you need to solve these two equations. Don't solve the equation, substitute. Use the choices. After all, if y plus x is 56, we are given out here 8, this is x. Why don't you write down y yourself? 56 minus 20 is going to be 36. This will be 35. 19 means 37. 18 means 38. Check any choice in the middle which is easy to calculate. So let me start with choice 3. If x is 20 and y is 36, what do we get? If x is 20 and y is 36, we get 36 square on the left hand side. Right hand side is 20 plus 16, 36 square plus 12 square. This is obviously wrong. This cannot be the answer. On the contrary, right hand side needs to reduce and left hand side needs to increase. What does that mean? That means y should be greater than 36 and hence 21 can be also be eliminated. Now between 18 and 19, take any other choice and take one more choice. Let's check for 19. If x is 19 and y is 37, what do we get? Y square is 37 square should be equal to 16 plus x. 16 plus 19 is, if x is, we have taken 19, 16 plus 19 is equal to 35 square. Okay. Plus 12 square, which is 144. So 37 square minus 35 square. It should be equal to 144. Now what is this going to be equal to? The basic formula a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So this should be 37 plus 35 into 37 minus 35, which is equal to 72 into 2, 144. It satisfies, so the correct answer is 19. So when you form equations, don't solve the equations, substitute the value from the choices, and then you will be able to get to the answer faster. Now this is one way to do it. Another thing which I just want to highlight is Pythagorean triplets. If I have a number 12, or let me say if I have an even number, I want to find a Pythagoras theorem using the Pythagorean triplet using that even number. What do? Divide the number by 2. So 12 by 2 equal to 6. That's the first step. Next step, square 36. Square it, so 6 square is 36. So the other two sides will be, one side is 12, the other two sides will be 36 minus 1 and 36 plus 1. Take any other number. So all I am saying is 12, 35 and 37 is a Pythagorean triplet. Take another case. Let's take 8. Right? 8 square. Sorry, 8 divided by 2 is 4. 8 by 2 equal to 4. Now you do the squaring, is 16. 16 minus 1 and 16 plus 1. 15 and 17. So 8, 15 and 17 is a Pythagorean triplet. I hope all of you know this. Okay. So in this particular question, the moment I got 12 as one of the sides, I could have straight away done this and got the answer from here it's also. Okay. But please go through this method. Do practice this method so that in the exam you can create Pythagorean triplets if required. In the given figure, DE is parallel to FG. Okay, so DE is parallel to FG. Looks parallel, I don't have an issue with this. What is the length of AC? What is the length of AC? Again, okay, we need this length. If B is the center of the circle with diameter 20 centimeters, so that means this is the diameter because B is the center of the circle and CD is passing through it. Okay. Now, look at the figure. Okay. We know this is 20. This angle is 30 degrees, 60 degrees. There is obviously angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. This should be 30 degrees. The figure is definitely not made correctly. But what I am interested in is there is a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. Okay. And what is the ratio of sides of a 30, 60, 90 right triangle? Opposite 30 if it is 1, opposite 90 it will be double. And the middle one, opposite 60 will be root 3. 1 is to root 3 is to 2. The hypotenuse is 20. That means the side opposite 30 should be 10. That means EC is equal to 10. Right? If EC is equal to 10, does the figure look okay to you? You can measure. You will find that these two are equal, so that means the answer should be 5. Okay. Now you could also draw your own figure, but I am saying let me not bother about that, because even if I do a figure like this, even if I draw something like this, which is parallel to EC. Okay, I am not able to draw the correct line. Okay, let me try it again. But what you could do is you could keep your rough sheet on the screen. If you keep your rough sheet on the screen, you will be able to say, even if you draw a line parallel to EC, it is going to pass through the center of DE. Okay, you will find that these two will also be equal if you are drawing a line parallel. If you are drawing this particular line parallel to EC, so the answer should be 5 centimeters. Okay. Length of a meter scale that a trader has shrinks 10% in winter. Trader marks up his cost price by 25% and gives a discount of 12% to the customer in winters. Successive increments. A markup of 25% followed by a discount of 12%. A plus B plus AB by 100. 25 into minus 12 by 100. Oh, sorry. By 100. So 25 minus 12 is 13. and 25 into 12 is 300 by 100, 3. 10%. So this is nothing but a net increase of 10%. Okay. This is what should strike you immediately. This is nothing but successive increments. Okay. So we need to find the net profit as a percentage of cost. Okay. First of all, no numbers given. The entire thing is in percentage. Work on a base of 100. Assume cost price to be 100. That means mark price should be up by 25%, 125. Not required, but I'm just doing it. Then the selling price will be, because this is a markup of 25%, and there's a discount of 12%. So this becomes 110. Okay. As I said, A plus B plus AB by 100 will be a net increase of 10%. So selling price is 110. If cost price is 100 rupees for 100 centimeters or 1 meter, I am saying cost price is rupees 100 per meter. Okay. What happens in winters? It sinks by 10%. So selling price is 110 centimeters for 100 centimeters to be given for 110 rupees, right? But if it is shrinking by 10 centimeter, you will not give 100 centimeter, the shopkeeper will give 90 centimeter. So the selling price is 90 centimeter for 110 rupees. But what was the cost price of 90 centimeters? Cost price of 100 centimeters is 100 rupees. So cost price of 90 centimeters should be 90 rupees. So cost price is 90 rupees. Selling price is 100 rupees, 110 rupees, sorry. Okay. So what is the profit percentage? Profit of 20 rupees on a cost of 90 rupees. 2 by 9, 22.22%. The key thing to understand here was the cost is 100 rupees per centimeter, but because the meter scale has shrunk by 10%, you will be giving away only 90 centimeters, so your effective cost is 90 rupees. But you are charging for 1 meter and your selling price per meter is 110 rupees. So you will get 110 rupees while your cost is 90 rupees. Hence the profit is 22.22%. At an office having 8-hour shifts, A can complete as much work in 2 hours as B can do in 5 hours. And B can do as much work in 5 hours as C in 5. B can do as much work in 4 hours as C in 5 hours. A piece of work takes 5 working days if all work together. How long will B take to do all the work by himself? Now this question has this piece of information which is completely a waste of time. This information is given so that you start working in terms of number of hours and waste your time. We will work only in terms of number of days. The answer choice is in days. Everything else is in days. For me, 1 day is 8 hours. That is what it means. But it is only days that is important, not the number of hours. Okay. So let's look at the data. A can complete as much work in 2 hours as B can do in 5 hours, and B can do as much work in 4 hours as C in 5 hours. What does that mean? If C does in 5 hours, B will do in 4 hours, or can I say, if B does 5 units of work, C will do 4 units of work. Okay. So the amount of time in which C does 5 units of work, B will do C does 4 units of work, B will do 5 units of work. Okay. What about this? Well, what about A and B? What A can do in 2 hours, B takes 5 hours. So productivity of A is 2.5 times, or A will do 5 by 2 amount of work as much as B does. So if B does 1 unit of work, A will do 5 by 2 or 2.5 units of work. So if B does 5 units of work, A will do 5 into 5 by 2, 25 by 2, which is 12.5 units of work. Right? Now let me convert this into integers to make my life easier. That means if C does 8 units of work, B will do 10 units of work, and A will do 25 units of work. Let me say this is the amount of work they do per day basis. Now the question says a piece of work takes 5 days if all work together. If all work together, how much will they do? 35 and 8, 43 units. They will do 43 units of work in 1 day, but it takes 5 days to complete the work. So the total amount of work is 43 into 5. How long will B take to do the complete work? B does the work in 10 days. B does the work at the rate of 10 units per day. So upon 10, 21.5. The key thing here was to understand this ratio. If you are given ratio of time, the reciprocal will become the ratio of work, or ratio of time and work you should be able to interchange. Secondly, 8-hour shift was a complete waste of time. Don't worry about it. P be this and Q be this set, be two sets each having 2021 elements that are in AP. Set A is the union of sets P and Q. What is the number of elements in set A? Okay. Now this is a question which is a question of arithmetic progression. I am sure most of you know how to do it mathematically. The only reason I picked it up is because of the choices. They are not close to each other. If they are not close to each other, that means I can approximate and save a lot of time. Okay. Let me show you how. Okay. Okay. Before that, I am sure all of you know we need to eliminate the common elements. For example, 2, 6, 10, 14. 14 is common to both of them. So 14 will not come twice. So this is 2021 elements in A plus 2021 elements in B minus the common elements in P and Q. Sorry, not A and B. 2021 elements in P, 2021 elements in Q, and common elements are N. So this is what we need to find. Okay. So my task is to find the common elements. Now, which series will stop first? Obviously P. P starts with a smaller number and has a common difference of 4. Q starts with a bigger number, has a common difference of 6, which is even bigger. So Q will go longer longer in terms of the number, though while it will also have 2021 terms, the last term of Q will be much bigger than the last term of P. So it is P which is important for me. Now let me write it down. 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26. I am doing this just to explain a concept. 38, 42, 46, 50, okay, 54. Let me stop here. Yeah, the series continues. Let us look at the common terms. 14 obviously is common. Next one will be 20, 26. Next will be 26 in this case. 32, 38. Sorry, 26. Sorry, how did I miss 26? 26. Okay. Then 38. This is an arithmetic progression with a common difference of 12. This is the way you would do it typically. Okay. So you'll find the number of common terms. But hold on. How many terms have I written? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 terms. Out of 10 terms, I need to remove 3 terms. About 30% of the terms. I need to return 3 out of every 10 terms. Out of P. You want to be more accurate? Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50 is, 50 will also be 38, 6, 44, 50, 50 also will be common. How many terms are we removing? Out 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 13. Can I say approximately 1/3 of the terms have to be removed? So what will be N? N is going to be 1/3 of 2021. Approximately 1/3 of 2021, which is the number of terms in P, not based on Q. I am doing it on the basis of P because P will stop earlier. So how much is this going to be? Approximately 650, 660. 660 into 3 is 1980. So 660, 670, whatever you want to call. So let me take 670. Okay. So what is this? 2021 into 2, 4042 minus 670. Let me make it minus 672. It hardly matters because then my calculation becomes easy. So 4000, 3400. My answer should be somewhere around 3350 to 3400. Look at the choices. Choice 2. Now please understand I can do it only because the choices are far apart. Supposing the question had choices called 3368, 3369, 3367, 3365. Then what I have done was not possible. This is possible only when the choices are not close to each other. But whenever they are not close, let me take an advantage of that situation. 2 cans of equal capacity are full of mixture of milk and water. In the first, the ratio of milk to water is 1:6, second is 5:8, third is 1:1. All 3 mixtures are poured in a bigger container. What is the resulting mixture of milk to water? Now 3 cans of equal capacity. When we are talking about equal capacity, let us look at the numbers. Milk, water. 1:6 in the first one, 5:8 in the second one, 1:1 in the third one. That means total is going to be 7 out here. 8 plus 5, 13, and 1 plus 1, 2. So what capacity do I want to take? I will take a capacity which is a multiple of 7, 13 and 2. So what is LCM of 13, 7 and 2? 13, 7 and 2 are prime numbers. So the LCM will be the product of the three. 13 sevens are 91 into 2, 182. So I am assuming it is 182 liters in each of the three. So what is this going to mean? So 182. Okay, let me start from the third one. That means 91 liters of milk and 91 liters of water. Right? This is going to be equal. This is 13. Okay. To make it 182. To make this 182, what will you do? 13 to be multiplied with 7 and 2, 14. So 13 into 14 is equal to 182. So what should I do? 14 into 5 and 14 into 8. 14 into 5, 70. I know the total is 182. So rather than 14 into 8, I will do 182 minus 70, 112. Similarly, what about the first one? Okay. This is to convert this 7 into 182. What do I need to do? Multiply with 13 into 2, 26. So 26 into 1 is 26, 26 into 6 is 156. Okay. So what does it become? 617, 9918. 187 is to something. Look at the choices. Only one number has 187, one choice, so this should be the answer. You want to verify, we'll do that also. 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 and 1, 6, 6 and 9, 15. 1, 1. 187 is to 359. Okay. So this is the mathematical approach of doing the question. But let me just stop here and go back to the question. Okay. We found that the equal capacity in each container we decided has to be 182 liters. So if you look at all the three containers, the total volume of milk and water is going to be 182 into 3, which is 546. Look at the choices. 7 plus this one, what is the sum of these two? 359 plus 177. 359, 459, 460, 536. This is coming out to be 536. Wrong choice. Choice 2. This cannot be the right answer because 9 plus 2 is has a unit digit of 1. I want a unit digit of 6. What about this one? 711, 8. Wrong. What about this one? 187 plus 359 will come out to be 546. This is the answer. So you could have done the question earlier by using this concept that if it is 182 liters, 182 into 3 is what I am looking for. So the sum of both the numbers should be 546 or a factor of 546. Okay. But why did I not look for a factor of 546 and eliminate it here? Because this is about 350 and 150. This itself is around 500. Similarly, this is again about 570. So since I could looking at the numbers, I was sure we are looking at something around 550 odd. So did not worry about the factors part. Now log's question, simple question of log uses the basic concept that log of x base b if it is equal to n. This means x will be equal to base to power of the number n. Right? This is the basic concept that is being used in this particular question. Now let's look at the question. Okay, what does this tell me? This tells me log of base 5 of x square plus x minus 7 should be equal to 3 to power 1, or which is obviously 3, which means x square plus x minus 7 should be equal to 5 cube, which is equal to 125, or the equation becomes x square plus x minus 132 should be equal to 0. What do we need to find? Sum of values of x that satisfy the equation. You want sum of values of x. This is a quadratic equation. What is the sum of values? Sum of values will be the sum of the roots. You are looking for the sum of roots. What is the sum of roots of this? If the equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, the sum of roots is minus b upon a. So the sum of roots is going to be minus 1. Correct answer, choice 3. Please don't solve the equation unnecessarily. If it is asking for sum of roots or product of roots, you should get it from the equation directly.